شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك لبيك لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك.
To have a little anecdote along the way, commentary from yours truly about some of the experiences that I've had in the different Hajjs that we've made over the years. And today I want to talk about the duties of Ihram. The duties of Ihram. Now, Ihram, what is Ihram? It comes from harama. It means something forbidden. And if the Haji or pilgrim fails to do one of the duties that are associated with it, then he has to slaughter an animal. He has to slaughter an animal and give the meat from it, of course, to the poor. And if he's not able to afford that, then he has to fast. And the fasting that he does will make up for that. So he has to do that. So what are the duties of the Ihram? First of all, as we've said so many times, niyyah, 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 the intention. And you have to make the intention solely for Allah. And that is your responsibility to do a Hajj, and here you are, you're ready to do it, and we're going to talk about what you say along the way too. But that's number one, is this intention, and you make the intention from the miqat. The miqat is the marker or place where you start your Hajj from. Now, Ibn Abbas, radiallahu anhu, he said that the Prophet ﷺ designated several points, and he mentioned which were the one for the people of Medina, the people of Syria, the people of Najd, and so on, the people of Yemen and all that. So we know where these points are. So, and in some cases you'll say, well, you know, geographically speaking, this marker here is a lot closer than the one is over here. Well, you don't worry about that. Just know where they are. And then when you get to that place, if you're in a bus, the bus will stop and they will tell you, and you'll get out and you'll into your state of Ihram, make your intention from that point, okay? Now, you can assume your Ihram prior to that, but you must do it before you pass the marker. In other words, you don't have to go right up to the marker. Am I close enough? Okay, now I'm going to make my intention, but I'm Ihram. No, you can actually make it even before you get to Saudi Arabia. You can make your niyyah for the Ihram as at home, and put it on at home if you want to, and then go to the airport dressed with 2 towels if you like that. But, you know, you could do it in the airport, bathroom, of course, or you do it in the airplane. But if you wait too long in the airplane, the problem is going to be you're going to see these long lines, and you're going to be flying over the miqat. You'll be flying over the marker, and people are going, no, no, what do I do? What do I do? And then you got a problem. One of the things you can do is fast. You can make up for it by fasting if you're unable to provide the meat of an animal. If you can provide meat to feed the poor, of course, slaughtering an animal becomes incumbent on you. So that's the markers and the niyyah. Now, what is associated with the Ihram after I get it on? Not wearing that has stitching. These towels, they're really a special kind of a big wrap that we call it towels because many of them look like terry cloth. But they can't be sewn. That's why they got to be all one piece, because there's no stitching in them. Okay, that's number one. Number two, your head has to remain uncovered. For the men, hello, not for the women. Women must always wear hijab when they're praying and when they're fasting, praying and when they're out in public and when they are in Hajj. I don't know what's the fasting got to do with that, you know. Oh man, whatever. Anyhow, so another thing is that you cannot wear shoes. Again, this is for the man. The man is dealing with the sewn clothes, dealing with the idea of the head cover and the not covering the head, and also he can't wear shoes. The ladies, the sisters, they are to wear shoes. They shouldn't try to go out there barefoot, definitely if you're not used to walking on rocks. She must keep her head covered, and she obviously can wear her sewn clothes because there's nothing about that for her. This is all on the man. In another program, we talked about how a woman could even get the Hajj recorded for her, and she never made it because she doesn't have a man to go with her. Look at this. So Allah is really making it easier for the ladies, I think. Anyway, let's talk about what do you say. I get there. You know, I'm ready to go. I put on my ihram, and I'm ready to go. I'm all excited. What do I say now I got ihram on? Do you know? It's Arabic. You got to say it in Arabic, okay? Labaik. You know, like if you bake a cake, say bake. Now say labaik. Labaik Allahumma labaik. Labaik la sharika laka labaik. Innal hamda wa ni'mata laka wal mulk la sharika laka. What does it mean? And by the way, you're going to hear a lot of people. Some people even sing it. Labaik Allahumma labaik. Labaik la sharika laka labaik. Innal hamda wa ni'mata laka wal mulk la sharika laka. Like that. Yeah, it's okay. Anyway, it means, here I am, O Allah. Labaik. Here I am. Labaik Allah sharika laka labaik. What does that mean? Well, it means I'm here to worship you alone. To worship you alone, without any partners. La sharika lak. Here I am to respond to your call. You don't in dominion belong to you. There's no partner with you. La sharika lak. So this talbiyah, that's what they call it, talbiyah. Labaik Allahumma labaik is called talbiyah. And you say this when the Haji puts on the ihram at the miqat. That's when you begin. But you don't have to stop. You can say it more. But it's not the sunnah to keep on going along in the buses and cars and keep singing it like a song and do it. But people do it. We don't join them, but we don't like to make a big fuss about it, you know. Because a lot of people, they don't know, and they might get worried because people told them they had to do it, and they're afraid, oh, if I don't do it, maybe my Hajj won't count, something like this. So it is recommended to say the talbiyah when you embark, when you disembark, at the time of the adhan and the end of the salah. So these are occasions when you should say it. But you don't have to sing it. Again, people like it. We don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, but there's no evidence that that's going to get you extra reward by, you know, constantly saying it over and over, or singing it out here in a cappella, or you've got a choir of people singing it. No, it is not mentioned like this. So now, you've got on your ihram, you have made your intention, and you have said the talbiyah. What's next? Well, these deeds which the Haji does are all part of the Hajj. So if he doesn't do it, or there is no fidya, which is the ransom or expiation to be enjoined on him, but he misses out on the rewards. Because if, let's say I don't say labaik Allahumma labaik, let's say I don't say it. Or let's say that when I get there, I forgot to say my intention or something like that. Allah knows you intended to come. That doesn't cancel your Hajj. So you don't have to slaughter an animal for that, but you miss some big reward. Okay? What do I do to get ready? All right? How do I get ready for this? One thing is take a bath. You should take a bath. Now, if you made your bath or ghusl for this before you get started, and you were traveling, and that your intention was, you know, I made my bath, and I'm just getting up there to put on my ihram, and you lose your wudu, you don't have to make another bath. I just want to mention that to you. It doesn't say that in my little notes, but I wanted to say that to you, you know. Now, this is recommended for the women in her menstrual cycle, too. You want to know about this. And in the post-delivery state, because the Prophet ﷺ ordered one of Abu Bakr's wives, she was intending to do the Hajj, to wash herself after she delivered. Then, of course, she'd be able to get into this ihram. What about clipping the fingernails? I heard some about clipping fingernails, trimming the mustache, pulling out hairs from your body in different places. What about that? Can we do that? Yes, you can, until you get in the state of ihram. After that, no. To wear the white izar, that's the upper and lower garment, because this is what the practice of the Prophet was. The white rida and izar. Rida the top and izar the lower garment. This is sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ. And to start after doing an obligatory prayer, if you can, or a nafla, a supererogatory prayer. If you get a chance to, let's say, arrive around at the miqat, around the time of Asr or something like this, between Maghrib, between the, well, Maghrib and Isha would be all right, or between any time after Maghrib, or between the time of Dhuhr and Maghrib, you can combine your prayers together because you're a traveler anyway. And after the Imam leads you and you pray and whatever, then you can put on your ihram, and that's really nice. If not, you can do 2 rak'ah and do it, but it doesn't cancel your ihram if you don't get a chance to do that. So don't make it too hard on yourself. Then you can repeat and renew the talbiyah, saying labbaik Allahumma labbaik at the time of taking off. When you get into the vehicle to take off, you can say it again. Then to make dua, they call that supplication or prayer, for the Prophet ﷺ after the talbiyah, after you say labbaik Allahumma labbaik, labbaik Allahumma labbaik, labbaik la sharika lak labbaik, innal hamda wan ni'mata lak wal mulk la sharika lak. Then you go into Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad kama sallaita ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim innaka Hamidun Majid. And this is also in the sunnah that you can do this. And again, if you didn't do it, it doesn't cancel anything, but you should also ask Allah for His Jannah, and then seek refuge with Allah from the punishment of the hellfire. And I'm going to repeat one of the little du'as that we say again and again and again, especially related to Hajj. You will hear about that too. And we say, Rabbana atina fid dunya hasan wa fil akhirati hasan wa qina adhaban nar. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasan wa fil akhirati hasan wa qina adhaban nar. What does it mean? Oh, Allah, give us the good in this life, the good in the next life, and save us from the punishment of the hellfire. And that's about Hajj. See you next time. Assalamu alaikum.
لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك لبيك